Yo, yo, what it is? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What the heck? Oh, welcome to another episode of the No Key Podcast. I'm your man Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Ma.
Yo, man, what's up, man? How was your last week?
It was cool. I ain't do nothing in particular, nothing special or anything like that. How was yours?
Mine was pretty much the same. Didn't do nothing special last week. Got a different thing that I'm focusing on now. So got to change up the whole. You did. Got to change up the whole routine.
Uh,
I didn't. I didn't see any new movies. Let me see. I don't think there's anything out that I'm particularly interested in. Hmm. Yeah, man. I got nothing to report. But I did want to talk about something that came across my timeline as I was looking at, getting stuff set up this morning, and apparently there was a shooting at a church in Michigan.
it was a mad. What it was?
Huh?
Okay, I have not heard anything.
Okay. Is that it? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. And it brings a question to my mind that I'm going to ask after we play the video.
And we are getting reports this afternoon of an active shooter and a fire at a church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. That's about an hour outside of Detroit. Let's go to Brian Yennis. He has the very latest for us. Brian, what can you tell us?
Kevin, good afternoon. A developing story indeed. We can tell you right now that the Grand Blanc police say that fire that you're seeing on your screen was started by a suspected active shooter. Sources telling Fox 2 Detroit that active shooter is now down. So this is the situation we have. We also know, according to that reporting from our local affiliate in Detroit, that there are 6 to 8 victims. Their condition currently unknown at this hour. An active shooter shooting the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon Church in Grand Blanc Township. This is about 60 minutes northwest of Detroit, about 10 miles south of Flint, Michigan. We have seen some folks, victims being taken out by stretcher. There has been a full-blown response to this church. We don't know how this fire was started, but sources tell our Fox 2 Detroit that fire was started by the suspected shooter. This all started shortly after 11 a.m. local time. We expect a press conference at about 12:45, 1 o'clock Eastern with the latest from the police. But this is unfortunately, this was a church that they had people there worshiping inside. This church is open 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. today. When this shooter opened fire sometime after 11 a.m., striking from reportedly 6 to 8 people in that church. Their condition unknown. You can see the shot here. This is we don't control this camera, but this is a local affiliate there. You can see the fire trucks working there. There are police officers there. Like I said, that smoke from the church is billowing a lot less than it was even just 15, 20 minutes ago. So you can understand the situation here, Kevin, where they are working on putting out a fire at the same time that they're looking for victims of an active shooter. Just a horrific situation, a complicated situation there for our first responders in Grand Blanc, Michigan right now at the Church of Latter-day Saints. So we should expect an update within the next 40 minutes or so to give us a sense of what else, just the extent of this horrific situation. We do know, though, according to the reporting, as I said, that this is the police in Grand Blanc Township are saying that there is currently no threat to the public at this time because the shooter is down. That is a bit of good news here, as you can see the first responders trying to take out this fire while also saving potentially any victims that could be trapped inside, Kevin.
Let me ask you, do we know if the fire was started and then the gunman opened fire, or did he attack the congregation and then set the building ablaze? Do we have any of that information? By the way, I should point this out. This is all happening on a day that the LDS Church announced with sorrow that Russell M. Nelson, the beloved president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, had died. He was 101, the oldest president in the history of the church. So it's a solemn day for mourners. I just wanted to point that out as well. Brian, back to you. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, it's a good point. Sources telling our local affiliate there in Detroit that the suspected shooter may have started the church fire. In terms of what came first, it is simply too soon to tell. What we do know, again, is that this was a shooting that was reported shortly after 11 a.m. You can see neighbors there looking, worryingly looking there. And so there are 6 to 8 victims. We don't know the extent of their injuries. We know that the active shooter is no longer was shot. We don't know if that shooter was killed. All we know is that that shooter is down. So these are all the things you can see. Our satellite view there, Google Maps, gives you an idea of the size of this church. We don't know how big this fire was, just based on the images that we could see. I mean, it was very thick black smoke. So to the extent of when this fire was started by this shooter, how large this fire was, did it take down the whole church? Was it simply in a small part? Those are simply questions that we don't know the answers to yet, but it looks like a substantial fire that they were putting down. This is an earlier video. You can see that the smoke was a lot thicker than it was even during the last couple of minutes of this report, a thick black smoke. And you can see also there victims that were brought out on the stretcher as others, seemingly even the elderly, coming out of that church. Just a horrific scene this morning, Kevin, in Grand Blanc, Michigan, as we wait to.
All right. Just off of that 5 minutes, I know you said you didn't know anything about it. What do you have any thoughts at all?
The first thought it was what neighborhood was it at, and what color is the shooter? Which we probably gonna know. You can't tell me. I don't give a fuck who you are, white, black, Hispanic, or whatever. When you hear about an active shooter at a church like that, what's the first color you think of? Like, I can understand we can sit up here and try to act like don't be real with the situation, anything like that. What's the first color you think about when you say that? But yet, it's always a conversation about black on black crime. But that happens in their communities all the time, and don't nobody talk about it. Go to these schools, debate. You can do it. All the Fox News, all the CNN, don't nobody talk about that. Don't nobody talk about white on white crime ever. But that's just the first thing that went to my mind. I know it's fresh. We don't have no information, but it's just the first thing that go through my mind, and I'm being real with the situation. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he is. I just want to know. But it just blows my mind and baffles me how nobody talks about white on white crime, but black on black crime is a thing, though. Just my thoughts.
I don't really give thought to their race is an afterthought to me. My first thought is why, like, this is an awful situation that's happening. Like, this is people are going in churches now. Well, I'm not gonna say now, but the fact that people are going in churches and just letting loose, like, I want to know what the backstory is. Like, why is what is this? Does this person have a connection to the church? Was their family hurt by somebody in the church? Were they trying to get some sort of revenge? What's going on? And then I start thinking about the race, because I think I started to have this conversation early this week. I am sick and tired of the race conversations. Like, I don't care, man. I'm not gonna say I don't care, because it comes up in conversation naturally. So I'm not going to say I completely ignore it, but people, and I'm not necessarily aiming this at you or any one person, but to me, that's a distraction from the bigger conversation that needs to be had. Like, for somebody that to go into a church and shoot people, or for anybody to go into anywhere and just randomly start shooting people, that's a bigger issue than what race they are to me.
But who do it? Like, we can sit up here, okay. You want to say you tired of the race card, you tired of this, you tired of, the race coming up or whatnot, right? But when the blame is on us about, oh, Niggas act ratchet. Oh, y'all always do this. It's cool to blame the race then, but it's not cool to blame the race now. I don't understand. It's like we pick and choose when we want to. Oh, race is cool now. We can talk about a race do this and a race do that. But when it flips on the other foot and we have nothing to do about it now, oh, I'm tired of the race car, and I'm not talking about you neither. Like at the we have a conversation. But I feel that when it's about us, it's cool to talk about race because they say, oh, all black people are alike, all black people do this, all black people do that. But when it's time to turn the camera on the other thing, oh no, that's just them type of people. That's not all of them. That's not all of them do that. That's not all of them do this. But when it comes to us, it's all of us do everything on the thing. It's a lot of conversations we need to be had that's uncomfortable too as well. But I just don't like that because we love to say, because that's starting to circulate though. What you said, oh, people say, oh, I'm tired of race, the black fatigue and all this other stuff. But it's black fatigue when it comes to black people, but it's not white fatigue when it comes to this type of situation.
I don't understand the correlation. Because it's right. like the conversation about the Charlie Kirk assassination. I go to the absolute majority of my algorithm is black people. And all of the black people, whenever there's a situation like this, all of them say the same exact thing as what you just said. And nobody want to talk about white on white crime. Well, black platforms talk about white on white crime.
No, they don't, bro. No.
They always not talking about it.
They always talking about, because the media put it out that, oh, it's only a black on black crime thing. But everybody always bring up the statistics about, oh, what happened? Oh, black people kill black people at Long Lake. Oh, black fathers is not on the home. That's a fucking lie. All that shit is a lie. But yet they'll make it seem like it's the truth, though.
No, man, I think the fact that, innocent lives might have been taken were injured in this situation is more important than what race or anybody is.
That is 100% true. But who do it? That's what we're trying to get the thing. Who do this most of the time?
You know what?
Okay. Hold on. You said, oh, it's a new thing about people going in the church killing people. That's what you said, right? You said that verbatim.
I said I didn't want to say that because it's been happening since the beginning of time.
No, I could have sworn you. Well, maybe I'll listen. Because that's what I heard. I heard you say that. I didn't hear you say nothing else. I didn't hear what you had changed after that. But Dylan Roof did this. He went and sat down with them.
Yeah, that's why I say
did all that stuff with them, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I didn't want to say it was just a thing that's happening now. It's been happening.
What else? Another thing. How many people going? I think it was I don't know what the Jew church called, but I know it was like a people of Jew people where somebody went in there and a Jew church. It was called a mosque.
No, that's for Muslims.
So what's the Jew church or religion thing called? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll look it up. I imagine it was a church.
Wherever the place Jewish people go to worship their God, the God and all this stuff, it was somebody that did it towards them too. But I just can't say up here, and I'm not for to sit up here and just say take race out of it, because when you sit up here and you line up all the mass shootings that happen in the United States, all of them are white. It's not one is black. Not one. So what you mean you can't talk about race in that? You got to. You ain't got no other choice.
I think black people don't. I think when we have the conversation about the mass shooters, black people don't talk about black mass shooting.
What's black mass shooting? I love this. Go. Yeah. What's black mass shooting?
Drive-by.
Drive-by? Okay. I'm glad you said that, right? When did all of a sudden gang violence and gang on gang violence become mass shooting? Because before this internet stuff really popped out for the last 5 years, ain't nobody ever said no gang shooting or gang-related activity was a mass shooting until they start trying to group us in with white folks doing mass shootings. Now go back and look. You can go do the research all you want to. It ain't never happened, bro. It ain't never happened till Fox News and all of them start saying that shit.
So why would white people, if they believe that they're superior to us, why would they want us to group them in with them?
Because it makes it seem like we all doing it. It's a whole bunch of mass shooters in America. They separated them at first. It was gang violence. It wasn't considered mass shootings until they start lumping all that in together. Now a mass shooting is a gang violence or a gang on gang activity. Now that's a mass shooting too. Come on, bro. Now you're gonna sit up here and try to play all like you don't know, like this ain't like you don't know that this is just has started happening. Like they have not just started putting gang violence stuff with mass shootings.
I don't see why if it's the white people's goal to make black people look bad, why would they take the name off of gang shootings and change it to mass shootings to lump them in with white people?
Man, I'm not for this.
They would continue to section black people off from white people.
You're right.
No, man, this is awful, man. And then it was another one I just thought about, a mass shooting that happened. I think it was in. Oh, by the way, the what was it? So it says here, Jewish people worship primarily in a synagogue, also known as a shul, which is in Yiddish.
Or yeah, so that's what happened. It was somebody who went in there and shot up at them too.
Is it gonna change? There it is. Shul. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, it was one that happened in Texas as well. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Was it mass? Was it Texas? I don't know. I can't pull it up right off the bat. But it just happened earlier this week, like on a Wednesday or something, Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's crazy. Now here's a question: in religious spaces like that, religious spaces like a church, and like a mall in particular, typically they have a no firearms allowed policy. Given the fact that these things seem to be either they're happening more frequently or we're just seeing them more frequently because of social media, do you think churches might need to start revising that thought process?
Revising what thought process?
No firearms allowed.
I still don't think you should have a fire. I don't know. It ain't up to me to say. I don't know. It's a lot of places that say don't have no firearms, and people still take it in there. So I don't think I'm talking about legal gun owners. Legal gun owners still have a firearm in places that don't say. Because the only thing they can do, if you know some of the gun laws, if you go in a place without, only places that I think you can really get arrested for it is school, bank, and any federal building. I think don't quote me on that, don't get me wrong. I think I'm going off the top of my dome. But I think anywhere else that has the gun sign that don't have no firearms, if you go in there with your firearm, all they can ask you to do is kind of leave. I don't think you get arrested for it, if I'm not mistaken. But those three places I named, I think you can officially get arrested for it. If they catch you with your firearm in there, they see you with a firearm in there, you will get arrested in those other places.
I don't know. It's tough to say because, I don't know much about this person. I don't know anything about this person that did this shooting in Michigan. But I'm sure we said it here on the pod before, it's not the people that care about the law that do the most reckless things with their weapons, because they don't get their license revoked. They want to be able to carry their arm legally without as little to no infraction from the police or whatever. It's the reckless people that cause the problems. It's the people that are gonna, you know what I'm saying? So in one hand, it's like, you want to say, they should start rethinking the thought process about not allowing people to carry firearms in the church, in bank, I guess. Well, I won't say in the bank because the bank is kind of crazy, but people aren't. Well, I don't know, because I don't even look at stories of bank robberies and how frequently they happen. But in church, it's like it seems like people are targeting, when it comes to church, are specifically targeting the innocent people. So wouldn't you want somebody to be there to help protect the innocent people?
First of all, ain't nobody coming to save you but you. Protect yourself. You can't rely on nobody to protect you but you. I keep telling people this. Like, I had this conversation with somebody the other day, right? Because we were talking about, people. They were talking about, a lot of people say they don't like guns. We're gonna stay in the gun conversation, right? But I always say we're living in weary times, so you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to go on. People sit up here, you arguing all these points and all this other stuff, and you're sitting up here fighting for all this stuff, but you're still not taking measures to protect yourself. A lot of people don't own no guns. A lot of people don't know how to shoot no guns. A lot of people are scared of guns, and I understand. I get the sentiment, but you need to protect yourself. To me, if you're a grown person, a grown adult, man, woman, or a child, I take this especially for like single ladies out here, because it's a lot of things go on. You should have your concealed and carry. You should have your banger, a gun. You should know how to use that gun. Black people as well. You should. The way shit be going and all this. Oh, but I'm not. I just don't want to say black. I want to say all Americans. If you're American, things that's going on in America right now, we don't know really what the fuck going on. We can keep arguing until we blue in the face. We keep doing all this other stuff. You keep saying you for the left. You keep saying you for the right. You can say you pro-gun. You can say you anti-gun. You can say all that you want to. You need to know how to shoot a gun. You need to know how to protect yourself and your property. Because guess what? When the shit hits the fan and the have-nots don't have it, if you got it, somebody coming to take it. So you can say all that you want to. You can say all that you're not with guns. You can say all this, bro. You're gonna have to protect you and your set group or the group that you're gonna be with. I ain't telling you how to do it. I ain't telling you none of that. I'm just telling you, you're gonna need guns to protect yourself. Like, for real. They here. They ain't going nowhere. They not. I don't care how much you fight. I don't care how much we try to get on Congress about doing whatever you want to do. They're not going anywhere. They're not. They're not going nowhere. They ain't taking people bangers away. Do you know how many of these like Southern people live about guns and God? They're not going. They're not letting you take their guns. I don't care what you say. So you better get with the program and get you some too. But for me, I'm just waiting on the government to protect me. You know, I lost all my guns in the boat next week. So I'm just saying to all Americans, especially black ones, because I'm black and I don't care what nobody say, race is always going to be here. The reason why race is here is because of America, because don't nobody look at race but America. America made race. So now when you start talking about it, now people say, no, look, as a black American, you need to protect yourself. You need to have something to protect yourself. But I'm also talking to all Americans too as well. Everybody needs to learn to protect themselves. I know it's an oxymoron. I know it seems like I'm contradicting myself, but everybody needs to learn to protect themselves.
Oh man. No, I do. I agree. I agree, man. You got to protect yourself, man. Follow the laws. Do different states and have different laws and make sure you follow, make sure you're aware of them. But it's just been crazy lately, bro. Or maybe I'm just paying more attention to it, or maybe it's just, it's more in my algorithm. But people have just been going crazy with this gun violence, though. And we can easily say, or a lot of people will easily say, we gotta get the gun laws, we gotta protect the gun laws, we gotta strengthen gun laws. Well, okay, what does that look like? What do you mean strengthen gun laws? How do you get more strict with gun laws? Because I don't think, I firmly believe that the absolute majority of people who are doing these crazy and absolutely absurd things are the people that follow the laws. Like, these people are the weapons a lot of these people are using are illegal weapons. So yeah, man, it's just crazy. But all right, so thank you guys for kicking with us. Make sure you hit the like button, share this with somebody, let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live right now. So This is something you sent us. You want to talk about? Um, well, we'll start with this one, and then I found a little bit longer video to give a little bit more context. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
All right. So apparently, Carlos Miller and Nick Young got into a little bit of a skerfuffle, I think is how you pronounce it. Got us a little bit of a debate and had a conversation about whose responsibility it is for the home to take care of the homeless. Let's see here.
Doing their first class called philosophy. Teacher is asking all of the people in here to write a bill addressing homelessness to present to a congressman. And that's when Miller made his remarks, his basically controversial view, stating it is not his responsibility to address homelessness. And he basically got into a heated conversation, a back and forth with Nick Young.
You made millions. You could have helped one or two of them ladies.
I gave back to my community.
No, you didn't. You
I gave back
some
to my
clothes
community.
and some food on the holidays. Did you get them a crib? No.
Shit, I could barely buy myself a crib in LA.
Expensive in Cali.
Yeah.
John, why you still in Cali? You ain't playing no more, boy.
He went into a rant saying it's the government's job to resolve homelessness and not the job of celebrities to resolve homelessness. And that kind of touched the nerve for me when I watched it. It kind of started agreeing with Karlous Miller. They're doing their first class.
All right. I think that's your question. What's your question, Mom, before I play the actually, you know what? I'm gonna play the other one real quick. This one's a little bit longer. I'm gonna throw it on a little bit more speed. All right.
Billionaires drive past those people every day.
It's not their problem.
And keep it moving. It's all of our problems, ultimately. Absolutely.
I don't believe that.
Why not?
I don't.
Why not?
I just don't.
I've never heard someone say homelessness is not their problem. What? It's not your problem. I've never heard that before. What? It's not my problem.
The people who are in power right now, who sit at the office every day and push the button and say, these billions go over here, these billions go over here, that can be ended overnight if the people who were in power decided that that was the priority.
Every problem in the world, like, we gotta fix it because it's wrong. Like, no, don't work like that.
For homelessness,
There's a real answer for a real problem.
if you really cared about this, you would vote for the people who could change this.
I don't get your theory. Are you for it or against it?
Am I for what or against it?
Homelessness.
What do you mean? Why would I be for homelessness?
I don't know why Karlous is offering so much pushback. We just got here. I just feel like a lot of it is just unnecessary. Like, what are you doing? You're disrupting the class. Hush, simmer down, old man. Your philosophy is what?
They could take parking ticket money and end homelessness in LA if they wanted to do that.
Right, but we know they're not going to do it. So should we just give up and say, F it? It ain't our problem because we're not the government? No.
They have millions of dollars set aside.
I think everybody was surprised about Karlous' take on the homeless bill. How you going to try to come up with a bill that you don't believe in?
You made all that NBA money. You didn't buy none of them homeless people no house. Oh. Exactly. So shut your ass up.
Bang, 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 bang.
That's actually the one I was looking for, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to find.
I was looking for it for a minute, but I just sent that one because it was like exactly what they were trying to talk about.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool. So that's something you sent to us. What was your? Did you have their question, or do you have a separate question?
What you think about the video? What you think about? Is it our job to end homelessness?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's up to those who want to end homelessness to end homelessness. I don't think what was he saying? He said Karlous Miller was saying that billions are shifted here and there, here and there. I don't think with the amount of money that I've seen over these past, I'm going to say 5 years, be thrown around to all different kinds of causes. Karlous is absolutely right. If the government wanted to end homelessness, they would end homelessness. Then again, even with the homeless, a lot of them, and I've witnessed this myself, they don't want to not be homeless.
What you mean?
They don't want you to do what's necessary to help them not be homeless.
Oh, so you're saying they want to be homeless?
You could say that, or you could say that they don't want you. All right, you ever have somebody, or even been the person to where somebody said, I'm going to buy you this. And you said it, or somebody else said it to you. Don't buy me that. Just give me the money for it. Or give me the money instead. Like if somebody's going to buy you something that costs $100. Don't give me that gift. Give me the $100.
Okay. I've
seen that happen in real life.
So you saying they rather want to get high, or they want to stay on drugs they rather stay on drugs and be homeless than somebody to help them get off drugs and get a house and stuff like that?
That's my assumption. That's what, because I'm not. Here it is. I'm not. I don't know what they do with the money necessarily, but they want you to give them the money instead of doing what it is that they would want you to do. Like if you want to buy them food, don't buy me food. Give me the money for the food. So I don't think it's any person that I can think of job besides I guess you could say the government to end homelessness, especially like when you say celebrities, because he hit the nail on the head when he said you bought yourself a house in California and you ain't built no house for no homeless people. And California is one of the most expensive places to live in the U.S. Why didn't you get somebody off the streets, get a family off the street and build them a house? You'll give them a backpack, you'll give them a turkey, give them a meal. But what about the rest of their life? What about the rest of the year? What about where they sleep at night? So no, I can't think of any one particular person or group of people outside of the government to where if they wanted to end it, they could end it for sure.
Karlous Miller is absolutely right, and this is why I don't pick no sides and no motherfucking when it comes to politics. I go with people over policies. I'm not for policies that's gonna fuck up people. I'm with you helping people, a majority of people. And that's exactly the reason why. Because people sit up here and vote Democratic, you sit up here and you vote Republican, but don't none of them give a damn about us. But you sit up here, not you, but not I just gotta change that. People sit up here and will champion for, Democrats. People will sit up here and champion that. Republicans. They not gonna do shit for you. They not gonna do a motherfucking thing. Not nothing. It's up to you. And guess what? When they don't do what they say they was gonna do, the first time, get their ass the fuck up out of there. Ain't no second term. I don't care. You shouldn't have volunteered no lies. I've been championing this for I don't know how long. Politicians that sit up there and run you through the ring and give you all type of lies and all type of everything. If you don't do that, what you said you're going to do, I'm not trying to hear about, I couldn't do it because of this. I couldn't hear it. No, you got to go. Get the fuck on.
I'm trying to see what you boys talking about today.
What's going on?
Howdy, boys. I heard, you know what I'm saying? I've been paying attention. Y'all talking that real coon talk today, so I thought I would go ahead and show up, you know?
No.
Y'all go ahead. I'll be in the background, listening. And if I can join and say something, I will, all right?
Rocking. So with us talking about Republicans, us talking about Democrats, man, they don't give a damn. They don't. And we sit up here and we vote for them, you champion for them. You say, I'd rather have this, or I'd rather have that, or anything like that. Hell no. If they don't do Democrat or Republican, if they don't do what they said they're going to do, get them the fuck up out of there. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no, I couldn't do this because of this. Ain't no, I couldn't do this because of that. Because you voluntarily lie. A lot of people sit up there and voluntary lies. Politicians are voluntary or tell you a lie just to get your vote, but won't do what the fuck they say they were going to do. They need to go. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't give a fuck if you're the congressman. I don't give a fuck if you're the president. I don't give a fuck if you're the governor, lieutenant governor, whatever. If they don't do what they say they was going to do in their one term that they get, you got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't care what color you is, neither. You got to go. Them are facts. That's not no lie right there. Them straight facts. Them come from my heart. I don't believe when nobody come up here telling me, well, I'd rather have them than them. No, nigga, I'd rather not have both of them. Fuck both of them. Ain't no pick the lesser, no two evils. I am not trying to get us better candidates. We sit up here and we ride for these people for what? They don't care. I just got through watching the Katrina documentary. Boy, that shit made me all mad again. But that's just my take on what Karlous Miller said. Karlous Miller is exactly right. He's exactly 100% right. It's not up to us because we vote people in power to get this stuff under control, and they still ain't did nothing in all these years. How the fuck you been in politics for 40-some years and ain't did shit? But collect a check and do good trading. So, but that's my thing.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the homelessness thing, certain questions pop in my mind about it. I think my thought process is I'm not going to help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. I can't put more effort into making your life better than you are. So I don't know much about any type of programs that would help people not be homeless anymore. But I do know that if people wanted to find that information, they could. No, let me not say I know. I believe that if people wanted to find information about how to better their situation, about how to get into certain programs to at least get them a meal for every day, like once a day or twice a day or 3 times a day, or live here and get paid this money for a certain amount of time until you get on your feet. If those programs do exist, they don't get talked about a lot, but those programs do exist. So no, man, it's like when it comes to that, man, it's like I don't know of many celebrities, and again, this is just I don't know of many celebrities or rich people that specifically go out of their way to help with homelessness in America. I don't know if you heard of anybody.
Wait. Go back. Say what you said again. I want to make sure I heard you clear. What you say?
I don't know of any celebrities that go out of their way to actually help reduce the homelessness.
Yeah, there's plenty of them. They plenty got food banks, and they help donate their time with food banks. They help donate food. They on food bank boards. Just because you don't hear them and say it and they don't champion it, it's a lot. I've heard a lot of celebrities. I'm not going to say it's like out of 100%, I'm not going to say it's over like 50, 60%, but it is a good 30 to 40% that help with the homelessness and stuff in their towns and where they're from and stuff. I can't just agree with you on that. 100%.
I'm sure that they're that, but that's with food.
But they help with shelters and stuff too, though. A matter of fact, I got one for you. Warren Dunn. Probably don't even know who he is. He's a running back for the Tampa Bay. He used to be a running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wait. He went to Florida State. He went to Tampa Bay. Then he ended his career in Atlanta. He got this program where he helps single mothers and he helps build them homes and get them into homes and stuff like that when they don't have homes and things like that. He had started this program because of his mother. His mother passed and when he was a young age, so he did this program in the lights. I think in the name of his mother, he did. So that's one of the celebrities that I can actually say I see for my own eyes. And I think Deshaun Watson is another one, if I'm not mistaken.
And I'm not saying they don't. I wouldn't. It would be completely irresponsible, intellectually dissonant to say no celebrities at all.
Okay.
Don't do anything to help with homelessness or help with the homeless. I'm saying for me, I'm one of those people. I'm not saying brag about what it is that you do, but I am saying if you want people to give you the benefit of the doubt, if you want people to when it comes to stuff that I'm trying to prove or a point that I'm trying to make, a lot of times I just let the evidence speak for itself.
So that means, but you just said you wanted people to let people know that you did this. Evidence and letting people know is two different things.
No, I said I don't know.
Huh?
I said I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
I'm talking about. I don't know if people that's in. I remember some. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember what. I remember somebody. It was. I guess this is the person that you mentioned, a football player that named an organization after his mom and something like that. I don't know full details on it. I'm saying, okay. I'm saying for me, I'm speaking for myself in particular. Yes, if you put the fact that you're helping the homeless or helping people out on display, people are going to say you're bragging. You're not supposed to be a braggadocious spirit, whatever. I'm one of those people. If you show me evidence of that proves me wrong or proves your point, then cool. You got evidence of you actually doing what it is that you say that you do. But I don't. Giving somebody a fish versus teaching them how to fish is more is less effective to me.
Yeah, but celebrities got all type of programs that we don't hear about. So just because you don't hear Jay-Z brag about how many people he helped or whatever, but I know if you go behind the scenes, you a lot of people to say that. I'm one of them ones. I don't like sitting up here telling you what I have done. But the people who I have helped and the people who I have did something for or something like that, or I have did whatever, they know who they is. I don't have to say that. I don't give a fuck if who don't think I do it anything. Nigga, go to hell. Fuck you and go to hell if you think I don't do it. I don't care. And that's the thing we need to do. We need to quit trying to get validation from another human and just do the work. It'll speak for itself. Like, you don't need to, like, because you say, oh, I got to see it to know people doing it. No, I know people out here doing it. And some people just don't like being in the limelight to tell people that they're doing this. It's a whole bunch of people that, like, might just be like, oh, you see somebody like, matter of fact, King, and I hate saying, I really do not want to fucking say this. I promise you I don't want to say this. I do not want to say this. But all the time, you're going to get you something to eat or whatnot. Somebody come up to you and ask you for some change or something. I'm the person that would be like, oh, you want something to eat? Come on, come in here with me. Get what you want. On top of you buying them something to eat, I got $20, $30 too, because that's all the cash I got. But I'm not going to sit up here and come on here and brag every time I do that, though. I don't care if somebody don't know if I do that or not. But I know a lot of people that do that don't say anything. That don't mean that they're not out here doing it.
So how are people supposed to know what to or not to say if they don't know what is or is not happening? For instance, can we say that anybody could come on here and say, I do charity work? Okay.
So what, you want to film it and put it out there?
Let the evidence speak for itself. Yes.
So okay. That's a good point. So when did social media like really become a thing? Like what year? What year was this? What year did social media become a thing? Let's just give a rough number. Let's just give a rough, like what? Let's say 2010. Let's just say 2010. 2010 when social media really became a thing. So 29 and before, since you didn't see it on social media, none of these celebrities was out here feeding the homeless, helping the homeless out, or anything like that. Because you're only saying that because we're on social media now and you can actually see it.
You could still show it without being on social media.
How?
Put it on before. What was social media before social media? TV.
But everybody didn't have news cameras and everything like that every time they did something. They didn't have news cameras out there all the time.
There was still multiple news channels in 2008.
Understandable. You're right. You're 100% right, Space. I'm not denying that. But everybody wasn't filming them helping and building homes for the homeless and everything like that, or helping with shelters. They wasn't filming that like that. It was a selective few. The big celebrities was doing that shit for photo ops, but everybody was not doing that.
That's my point.
Huh?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's like the amount of people that could help versus the amount of people that actually do is few and far between. I would bet that.
Bet what?
I would bet that the amount of people, like, if you, I don't know, like, yes, you giving your money to the homeless and doing whatever charity work does make a difference. Especially, you work for your money, you give $200,000 to a charity. Absolutely. Most people, I would bet. A lot of people, let me not say most, a lot of people who are celebrities, who are big names in media, from sports to politics to whatever, they have their own website of some sort, or they're connected to somebody that has a website. If you're doing charity work, put it on your website. Put it on the website that you there on ground zero, helping people with their homelessness situation.
But then if they do that, you'll be like it's a photo op and it's disingenuous.
So it's better. It's more than what the.
And then I can go the other way too. I can go the other route too, Spaces. So what if you don't believe I'm out here doing the work? I don't care what you believe. I'm doing it though. I don't care.
You're right, and that's cool.
Me and you had a conversation, right? And I told you, what did I tell you I wanted to do? And you was like, oh, I'm gonna film it. I told you I want to be so rich and so that I want to give a lot of stuff away. I want to give stuff to like single mothers, single fathers. And you was like, oh, that's so dope. I'm gonna record it. What I tell you?
You don't need to be on. It don't need to be recorded.
Thank you. Because guess what? I don't give a damn if who don't care if I'm doing it or not. I don't care if you care or not. I mean, I don't care if you see me or not because I don't want to be seen. I like to be the person behind the scenes, and it's a lot of people like that. Don't like to be in cameras and don't like to be, because it's, to me, it feels like when you want a camera there and you want them to see everything you're doing that because you want the praise. You're not doing that because that's strictly come from your heart. If it's strictly come from your heart, you don't give a fuck who believe you if you did or not. You did it, that's all that matters.
It's not for me, it's not about proving that you did or you didn't. It's showing that you did, period.
Man, look, I really don't. I guess we got a real different perspective of this.
Somebody says that you don't do charity, like let's say Karlous and Nick Young. The situation they talking about, what Karlous produced to Nick, presented to Nick was, you gave out turkeys, you ain't built no house. So if Jay-Z is out there doing charity work, if he's building houses, how do we know that he's doing it if he doesn't show it?
Hey, guess what? Jay-Z don't give a damn if you know or not.
I don't care what Jay-Z doesn't know. I'm saying it's a part of the conversation. I'm saying if somebody is accusing you of not doing what it is or whatever, just show that you're. I'm not saying that they can do whatever they want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. I'm saying if you don't show it, then it presents the possibility of people saying that you don't want to do it or that you're not doing it. And if let the evidence speak for itself. Just show it.
Hey, and guess what, Spaces? Don't nobody give a damn if you care not, because I'm one of them people. Boy, fuck you. And the other person that believes you, fuck you too, and both of y'all go to hell.
That's not true. That's not true, because if that was the case, then Nick Young wouldn't have been having that conversation.
But I'm talking about, because I can't speak. I can't speak for Nick Young. I'm talking about for me, because I understand. I get what you're saying. I understand it, but I don't care about it because it's not my job to get you to believe if I was doing charity work with people or not, or getting other people to believe so they can do it. You do what the fuck is in your heart. It was in my heart. God put what was in my heart to do this without no cameras, without no nothing. I'm going to do what I was called for God told me what I could do in my heart. I don't care if you know I did it or not. I don't give two shits. That's the problem. We keep want to sit up here and do stuff for cameras and get other people's opinion when you should just focus on your mission, do what you're supposed to be doing, and don't give a fuck who or what somebody told you not to do. It doesn't matter. That was your mission. Just like it's on your mission where you starting to do things different in your life, it don't matter what people see you not doing. You do the work on yourself every day. Do you give a fuck what people think or not? That's just my thing. And I understand where you're coming from. I get it. You should, if you want to do that and you want to be put on Front Street and you want to put that on social media, hey, do your thing. That's not what I'm doing. I don't like that. And I understand people that don't like to be in the forefront like that, because I'm one of those people.
I think you're thinking that by me saying a camera being there is you're taking it as trying to be braggadocious or somebody showing off.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying Let the evidence speak for itself. If you are doing it, don't put it on all of your social medias. Don't put it on your Facebook stories, your Instagram reels. Don't put it on your Snap and show off to everybody. Just put it on your website. If somebody can, anybody, like I said before, anybody can come on here, go on social media and say that they do charity work and that they help out the homeless, and then somebody says, okay, so what do you do? Just having a conversation, and then you don't have an answer, or you have these surface level cliche answers. I give out turkeys. That's not helping resolve the issue, but okay, okay, thank you for your work, I guess. And I'm saying, like, one person could say, I don't have to show you anything. Other person could say, it's not a big deal to me. I'm saying it's not a big. Let the evidence speak for itself is all I can say. It's not a big deal.
But the evidence is speak for yourself, because what if you help somebody and they be like, hey, they gonna come to your defense. You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say not a damn thing, because I know plenty of celebrities that don't do nothing, but people come on and brag about them like, oh, he came to my school, he did this. Oh, he helped me when I did this. Oh, he paid for this when I did that. They have shit where they do for charities all the time that don't nobody say nothing about. That's the problem. We study want to be nosy and be in everybody's business instead of you doing your part. If everybody do a little, everybody don't have to do a lot. But everybody want to see everything everybody else doing before they do something. It wasn't your hard to do then. If you gotta, and I'm not saying what am I?
So
I understand you saying you want people to be out there so nobody can't say that you wasn't doing nothing. But who gives a fuck what somebody says though? That's
people can show that they're doing something without having the ulterior motive or trying to get some sort of clout on social media. And that's what I'm saying.
Hey, it is what it is. We're going to agree to disagree. I understand where you're coming from, but I disagree.
All right. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share a comment, let people know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. All right. So this is another conversation that I wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about it for weeks, but we never get into it. And every time a new situation about it comes up, one of you guys aren't here. So I'm not sure if you heard about it. I'm willing to bet you have. There's going to be a new change in the SNAP benefits. All right, so let's see. Where's my? Oh no, I deleted that video. Oh shoot. Well, I'll play this one while I go find the other one. Hold on a second.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wants junk food stripped from SNAP. This is part of President Trump's plan to make America healthy again. Nearly a dozen states have agreed to limits. Fox 35. New at 6, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wants junk food stripped from SNAP.
Yeah, this is part of President Trump's plan to make America healthy again. Nearly a dozen states have agreed to the limits. Fox 35's Mike Emanuel has more.
The National Mall was turned into a bustling farmers market Monday, part of the Trump administration's effort to make America healthy again.
We need to lighten up some regulations and allow way more local food to be eaten.
And the administration is going further, approving more waivers allowing states to ban certain junk foods from the list paid for by the SNAP program, formerly known as food stamps.
Today, I'm proud to sign 6 more waivers for Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, served more than 41 million people and cost $100 billion in 2024. Before the waivers, the funds could not be used to buy products such as alcohol, tobacco, or prepared foods. In May, Nebraska became the first state to get approval to also restrict soda and energy drinks. Proponents of the waivers, including Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., say they will incentivize Americans to eat healthier.
If you want to buy a sugary soda, you ought to be able to do that. The U.S. taxpayer should not pay for it.
But industry groups like the National Grocers Association raised concerns the waivers could cause confusion among consumers, saying it's up to the government, quote, to determine whether their goals are being met without negatively affecting access to nutritious food. This year, SNAP has served a monthly average of 42 million Americans with about $188 in benefits per person. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
So for starters, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't give a damn. To be honest with you, like why do you care about what they buy? You're helping them with food or whatever. If they buy what they buy, as long as it's food wise or whatever like that, why do you care? Like people pick and choose of what they want to care about, right? But you ain't gonna care about the motherfucker politician that cutting the SNAP benefits, but he putting some in his pocket. People don't care about that. But you caring about what they buying a cigarette drink and a cigarette soda for. How much money have you stolen though? He talking about oh, if you want a cigarette soda, you should buy it yourself, which is cool. I understand it. But like people complain and want to get in people's business of what, but don't get in everything. We don't put everything on the table. We pick and choose what we want to get angry and shit about. So to be honest with you, I really don't give a fuck about it. I don't care.
That's what Doge was about.
What?
Because you said, "Oh, you worried about what people buying with the food stamps."
They didn't do everything though. They pick and choose what they want to do with those too.
And what they buying, what they're paying attention to, what other politicians are talking about. That's what Doge was all about.
But they picked and choose them. They didn't really go through the budget with a fine-tooth comb. They went and picked and choose of what they wanted to cut and what they didn't want to cut. They was cutting mostly shit from American people. They wasn't cutting shit from like going like the budget for motherfuckers flying all across the country with the Congress and shit. Like we paying for them to fly all across the country to take a 1 hour meeting or something like that. Now they on vacation and we paying for them to fly back. They ain't say nothing about that. Stuff like that.
Are you sure?
Probably positive. They ain't do nothing about that.
All right. Let's see. This is the Doge.gov website. Estimated savings $206 billion, 1280 saves, 1279.50 saved per taxpayer. These are the lists of all the receipts of all of the departments that have the Doge has gone after and money that's been saved after going after these companies or these particular entities. Department of Defense, Department of Air Force, Department of Defense, Department of Health and Human Services, Department of the Interior.
So hold on, pause. Did you hear what I just said? Because you just moved the goalpost. I did not say anything about that. I said about Congress people that's flying across the country that taking an hour meeting on the taxpayers' dollar, taking an hour meeting just to go from here to here, and then you stay there on vacation, and then we fly you back. I just said that verbatim.
That's what I don't wait. But you also talked about them not paying attention to what other money has been spent.
All right, bro, man. See, now you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're going to try to, there we go, when we was talking about last week. You're just trying to make your point clear instead of going to specifically what I said. You're just trying to win an argument. That's what you're trying to do.
I don't know what.
Just said, Spaces, I just said verbatim. They did not go with the fine-tooth comb and go and look at every congressman, too, of them flying across the country on our taxpayer dollars and then take a vacation and we flying them and stuff back. That's what I just said.
That's what taxpayer money goes to, man. What are you talking about? What you think they gonna pay for it? That's what taxpayers pay. That's what the money, part of the money goes to.
But is that not a waste?
How do you think? Before this whole possibility of internet and streaming became as popular as it is, how were they communicating with each other? They would fly.
Okay, but the internet is up now. They can't take a Zoom call in their own state.
You don't think they don't?
Boy. You're right. That's
honestly,
crazy.
do you think they don't?
You're right. I ain't going back and forth with you. You're right.
I'm saying we're talking about a plane ticket and a meeting and a vacation. I just showed you how they say in order for them to
right, bro.
money on the Doge website, they talk about $4 billion saved from the Department of Defense. They had to go through individual receipts to find that much money.
You're right.
I don't know, man. I guess no matter what, nothing's gonna be good enough, I guess. But all right, so
I never complained about them wasting or spout benefits. That wasn't never my concern. I just said what I just said. I don't give a damn about that. But I just said they don't look at every individual congressman about how much money they waste on taxpayer dollars too. That's what I'm talking about. But you're caring about somebody going to buy a fucking soda. Talking about the SNAP benefits, not going to pay for that. But you're not talking about all the wasteful money that the congressmen people waste and spend and do all type of shit to. And cut budgets to school too.
Yes, they do. They do talk about that.
And I just said you're right, but you steady want to keep going on and on and on. I just said you was right about 3 times.
I said I gave up too. Not gave up. I shouldn't say gave up. I digressed as well. And you said the last thing.
Bro, we look at the world totally different, bro. What you keep talking about and all this other shit, I do not look at it exactly like that. But you sitting over there like companies and shit don't. It's just you're right, bro. You're right. Next one,
right, so,
but that one right there, I really don't care about the SNAP benefits. That's something that you really care about. That's something that it's not really on my thing because people been doing that since the beginning of time. It really ain't gonna make no bit of a difference. You cut the budget for that. Okay, so now where they gonna put that money at? Because you know they're gonna still use that money. So now, okay, that's a good thing. They cut that money for them taking sugary soda. So now what they're gonna do with that money that they cut from that?
That's a great, perfect question because that's my question too. Because the way it's posturing, the way it's being postured is that they're gonna give some of that money back to the taxpayers.
Man, they said that shit when they found all that money. Man, they wasn't gonna do that shit.
They said that situation has not been concluded yet. They're still working on it. But I think that doesn't conclude until like 2026, if I'm not mistaken.
So you really think we're gonna get $5,000 checks?
I don't think anything one way or the other. I'm gonna hold him to his words, and if he doesn't live up to his words, then I'm gonna hold him accountable for it and say he lied. Which is a lot of people when I have these conversations think that I'm incapable of doing.
Bro, you ain't never said that man did nothing wrong. Go ahead and say you did, because we got through tape and rewind. People ask all the time.
All right, check this out.
People look at the same thing we look at and ask all the time. You have never said that man did anything wrong, bro. So stop that. Now you want to try to fake, be outraged. You have not, bro. Why would I sit there and lie to you about
people don't even want to have an actual conversation. They're just having these conversations to try to prove me wrong. Because on this very podcast, I said he might have been wrong about trying to go against China. And he might want to be careful or doing too much with the tariffs.
Oh, bro, I did not hear you say that.
Of course not, because you're not listening to have the conversation. You're just listening to be God dang, I messed up the word. But to argue whatever it is, the opposite that I'm arguing.
So I don't agree with you? That's what you're saying? So you said I don't agree with you?
You just said we look at the world in two completely different lenses. You just said that.
I did. But do we disagree on everything we talk about in this pod?
No.
Okay, so you just said that.
When it
you
comes
just said I look at things as two different lenses, but that still don't mean that we don't agree. I just said
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll show you a playback of you saying, because I was editing the video and you said specifically you sent a bunch of stuff to the IG for us to talk about to troll me.
What was that? What was that? Same name. What was I trying to troll you?
I could run a man. I wish I had the particular video because I've just been editing like crazy, so it's all blending together. But you literally said, I don't remember what I sent exactly. I just sent a bunch of stuff because I wanted to troll you.
I should probably sent the video. I don't troll, first of all. And I sent one probably to fuck with you. I know which one you probably talking about in the group chat or what you sent yesterday, and you didn't say nothing that's why I didn't even go back and forth with you when we was in the group chat, because You wasn't nothing like it. I guess we were it was totally, you missed the whole point of what I was trying to say.
Nobody else didn't say anything either.
But it was to you.
What you looking forward to my response though?
No, because I sent it to you because you always saying like the police. You never say the police be wrong.
You sent it to the group chat.
I know, but it was
respond. I'm the one that didn't respond. You only talking about me? There's other people in there.
But it was for you, Spaces, bro. It was for you. Because I was just showing you that this motherfucker sit up here and did all this stuff, but then nobody throw no handcuffs on him. Ain't nobody slam him on the shit. A cop actually really walked away and went and did what he was doing because a white man yelled at him.
But you said you sent something specific to a group chat for me. Because you're trying to argue against me.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So this is more information about how the SNAP benefits are changing. All right, let's see here.
In the United States is about to be slashed at a time when experts say it's needed more than ever. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is facing the largest funding cut in the program's history. Here are 4 things to know about changes coming to the program and what it can mean for those reliant on the benefits. 1. President Donald Trump's big, beautiful policy and spending legislation will cut $186 billion in federal funding from the program over the next decade, according to projections from the Congressional Budget Office.
We're definitely witnessing a major shift in SNAP, unlike anything we've seen since the program was created.
Elaine Waxman is a senior fellow at the Urban Institute, focusing on food insecurity and federal nutrition programs.
It will change the structure in significant ways for the first time.
And to fill the gap for the roughly 22 million families on SNAP, states will have to help pay for the benefits their residents receive. Depending on the scenario, that could be as much as 15% of the benefits costs. Waxman worries the worst case but possible scenario is states will have to pull out of SNAP because they can't make up the funding gap.
The federal government has clearly stated it will not pay for a state shortfall if they're not able to make that match. Then it's possible that states would have to withdraw from the program altogether.
2, SNAP already had some work requirements, but the big, beautiful bill expands them to include people aged 55 to 64, parents of minors 14 and older, and veterans. Now, SNAP recipients will be required to work 80 hours per month in order to get the benefits. The idea is increased work requirements lead to increased workforce participation, but
research tells us that, unfortunately, they don't really work. And that may sound counterintuitive to people, but what we know is that they don't increase work effort. They don't result in higher incomes. And what they do result in is a lot of people leaving the program and not being better off.
3, the Congressional Budget Office estimates the new work requirements will lead to an estimated 3 million fewer people participating in SNAP. And this is a huge gap that charitably operated food banks won't be able to cover. According to Feeding America, a national food bank network, for every meal given by a food bank, SNAP provides 9.
If you look at food pantry visits in Minnesota, since 2019, they have tripled.
Sophia Lenars-Coy is the executive director of the Food Group, a food equity nonprofit in Minnesota.
As grocery prices have gone up, the charitable food system has expanded dramatically. And so the idea that then it can expand again to compensate for these federal cuts, it's just simply not realistic.
And with states now on the hook to find ways to pay for SNAP for their residents, Lenars-Coy worries disparities across the country will worsen.
As it starts being customized state to state, I think what's very concerning is, someone in Minnesota may be able to have enough benefits to feed their family, and someone, next door in Iowa might not. And what does that mean? And does that mean people will need to make really difficult choices even about where they live in order to feed their families?
4, another major change will be eligibility for aid. Undocumented migrants have never been eligible to access SNAP benefits, and that has not changed. However, the list of immigrants and others who can participate has been cut significantly. Refugees, asylum seekers, victims of human trafficking, and domestic violence survivors under the Violence Against Women Act can no longer access SNAP benefits. This, Lenars-Coy says, will affect local communities on a personal and economic level.
Culturally connected meats, halal meats, culturally connected produce, that can be really expensive and not available in your average food shelf situation. And ethnic grocery stores in rural communities can see some of the highest SNAP retention rates of a lot of grocery stores. So there's also going to be this economic impact. And in some rural groceries, there's just not margin to handle a lack of sales.
Not to mention the fear of going out to receive those benefits.
In the past, we've encouraged, apply for all the programs you're eligible for. Some of them don't even feel safe coming out of their house to go to a charitable food distribution anymore. So I think we're just seeing a real chilling effect of everyone feeling like it's not safe to ask for help. And what that ultimately means, right, is that there are going to be kids who go hungry.
For PBS News, I'm Laura Santana.
All right. So, based off of those things, what are your thoughts? I have a follow-up question after that.
What's your question?
Huh?
Or what's your question?
Well, it's a follow-up question after you answer the first part. It's what of those things that they were talking about in the video about the changes to eligibility for SNAP and
only kind of thing I kind of got from that though is, and what I was looking at is, if you're working 80 hours every 2 weeks or every week or whatever the fuck they were talking about, you ain't gonna need SNAP benefits. You ain't gonna be eligible for it anyway. Like people fail to realize, like I don't know if a lot of people know what you got to qualify and how you qualify to get SNAP benefits or how you qualify to get food stamp. If you got any type of job, point blank period, they're not gonna give you anything because you make too much money. Only way you can kind of get SNAP benefits is if you like kind of don't have no job and you got multiple kids or something like that. Like everybody, like I don't think people know what it is to qualify for them and what the process is. Everybody, it's some people around here that's taking advantage of the system. Like I'm not gonna lie, like we say, it's loopholes and a lot of things that people take advantage of, and people really take advantage of. It's a loophole. It is what it is. But people that really working, I mean. But other people sometimes too, they deny a lot of people too. So it's like I don't really know. I don't really know what I think about it. Is it good that they're kind of closing the loopholes, but you know people gonna find other loopholes? Because I want to know what the people look like that's been taking advantage of the system though. I want them to do like what is it, ethnicities, like to see who was really like been out here working and then really like frauding the government for SNAP benefits and stuff like that. I want to know that.
That's my concern. That's my concern is like how you if it is your goal to find the people that are doing fraud, how would you find those people? How would you figure out that those people are the ones that are doing fraud? But right now it seems like, I don't know, because it seems like there's a lot of people, there is no real barrier to entry to get food stamps. And I don't know for sure because I never applied for it and I've never like talked to anybody extensively on like, how they applied for it or how they got on it. I just know that people are on it. And so the people that I've seen that are on it, a lot of them, they make good money at their jobs. So by that definition, they would be disqualified from getting those food stamps, but somehow they still have it. So are they frauding the government and saying that somebody's living in their house and they're going off of that? Or are they saying that they're making less money than they really are? Like what is that? So what they were saying about the certain, this kind of goes into, gives a little bit of a written description of the requirements. Put us down here. So it says right here, I forget, this ABAWD, I forget, able-bodied and something without disability, I think. But it says you can meet ABAWD work requirement by doing any one of these things. Work at least 80 hours a month. Work can be for pay, for goods, services, for something other than money, unpaid, or as volunteer. Or participate in a work program at least 80 hours a month. A work program could be SNAP employment and training or another federal, state, or local work program. Participate in a combination of work and work program hours for a total of 80 hours a month. Participate in work fair for the number of hours assigned to you each month. So even though it seems like they're trying to crack down on what the requirements are, it seems like those are still some pretty loose requirements. And I think for them to put this on paper and say you got to do some sort of work for at least 80 hours a month, which is 20 hours a week, I would wager that they have evidence to show that there's a lot of fraud and waste, and a lot of people. I was watching a video earlier about this. A lot of people that are complaining about this, and I mean, no offense, but they don't look like they have issues with finding food. So I don't know. I don't think those are some ridiculous requirements or some unattainable requirements for people to continue to be on food stamps. Dang, I wish I got to start making sure I do better effort in saving the videos that I see. I'm 100% okay with the barrier to entry for sure.
Barrier to entry, what you mean?
Barrier to entry, like having requirements for people to get the assistance.
But they already have requirements, though.
It doesn't, and I'm not saying that they don't, but it doesn't seem like it. Because a lot of people,
this shit ain't gonna seem like it either. People gonna find loopholes. It's just, it is what it is. That's what rich people do. Rich people find tax loopholes. Don't nobody say none of them. Don't nobody give a damn about them, but they care about the poor scamming the government. But rich people get out of paying taxes all the fucking time.
Yes, you're right. From what I've seen, it's not even rich people. It's people that are, I don't even know what number I would put on. Let's just say 1 million. They make $1 million. Those people are, a lot of those people that I've seen, that I've seen are people that study the law and get their taxes reduced, or write off their taxes based on the law.
But you're still scamming though.
It's different than writing some information down that's incorrect and benefiting from it.
So because it's poor folks scamming the government for food stamps, that's not cool. But it's motherfuckers who well off who scamming the government out of paying taxes, that's cool.
If you fraud your way into it, yes.
It's still fraud because you're lying and trying to just manipulate stuff to do to the law.
You didn't hear what I said. They understand the laws of their land or whatever it is their state is, and they move based on the laws of their land. A lot of people that are on food stamps are frauding information on the application to get the stamps.
How you know that?
I've come on, bro.
You just said, what did you just say? No, we're gonna rewind the tape. You just said I gotta see proof of somebody doing something before I believe it. You've been saying that a lot, and then now you just gonna say you heard or you seen people or this and that and that when you didn't see it yourself. You just said that, Space.
You trying to say you've never heard people? You've never heard people?
Heard people what?
How people are frauding into food stamps?
Okay, I can hear them. I heard all I want to, but I didn't see.
So what? You got to sit and watch them file the application? What are you talking about?
I'm just going by what you said, my brother. You just said I got to see it. All of the first 20 to 30 minutes of the pod, you've been talking about I got to see.
And you said you don't got to see when we were talking about the homelessness situation. People proving it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not. We're not arguing about me. I'm talking about because I said, did you see it? You said, yeah, I heard. That's what you said. I'm just going by what you said.
So what am I? With my example, we're stick on my example. What am I supposed to watch them fill out the application? Is that what you're saying they're supposed to do?
Places. I'm just going by what you said, my brother. That's all.
And
I don't want no smoke. I'm just going by what you said. You said I gotta you because you study picking and choosing when it's cool from when you seen it, when you heard, or when you know, when you don't know. You're picking and choosing instead of just going by one flat thing. That's the only thing I'm asking. Is it either going to be because I seen it, or is it going to be because I heard it and I heard great like that? Is it going to be either or is it going to be picking and choosing or when you want to do it? That's what I'm asking.
So what you're saying is, so I'll tell you what, from here on out, proof as best as possible. Do I have a video queued up right now, or do I have a recording on my phone of somebody talking about how they scammed or frauded their way into food stamps? No, but I bet you if you give me some time in 2 or 3 minutes looking through YouTube, I can find people whom I've seen talk about how they're frauded their way into the food stamps. We know this. Why are we acting like we don't know this?
But it's people that frauded about their taxes too. People that's people people of the upper echelon, wealthy people that has fraud on their taxes too. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying hold both of them to a standard. I'm not just going to go and say just because some poor people did the government like this, they the scum of the earth, and I'm not going to say they the bottom of the bottom. No, and I'm not going to sit up here and praise rich people for moving through the laws of the land or however you want to put it. I'm putting both of them on the same thing. Both of that shit wrong. If we're going to do it, we got to say both of them. We can't just take up for one and don't take up for the other.
If they frauded, yes. But there's different categories on how people get out of the taxes. There's people that fraud and there's people that don't. That's what I'm saying.
And there's different people that don't fraud on the food stamp form, and there's people that do too as well.
Exactly. So what this is how we don't get anywhere in conversations. This is, I know that we all know that people do and don't fraud. My whole conversation is about this whole thing with the food stamps is about, well, maybe this is my focus. A major aspect of people receiving governmental assistance is people frauding their way into it and doing it illegally. We know.
So we're saying out of 100% of people that's on welfare census, you want to put like a percentage of 60 to 70% of them are fraud.
I can't put a percentage. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now because it's tough to say who. Let me see if it's if there's a percentage on it.
Because I like to put it in percentage, because if the percentage is so low, what the fuck are we really talking about? It really don't matter. If the percentage is high, it deserves a conversation.
With this, I did see, I don't know if it's in this particular video that we just saw. I don't have I think he said with this new plan, with the new having restrictions and all that stuff, it'll save like $168 billion over the next 5 years.
Cap.
Percent of people that fraud. Let me see. The food nutrition service reports that prevalence of SNAP. Yeah, I don't have that number.
It's okay. I do.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. It's less than 1%.
What, they use fraud?
Yeah, it's less than 1% is fraudulent.
Fraudulent on food stamps?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? It ain't even
I'm
really,
just back here I'm paying attention.
We shouldn't even be discussing this. It ain't even really no conversation. It's less than 1%.
That's
crazy.
We're gonna look at. We're not gonna. You're gonna. This is another thing that goes wrong in conversations. Just gonna go off of that number and no context.
No. You're gonna do your research. But I'm saying if that number that
if y'all talking about it, then you guys should already have numbers pulled up. If that's a point of contention and that's something that you're talking about, you should already have it.
If I'm going by what he said, if that number is true, because I didn't bring it up, if that number is true, what are we talking about? Because we're supposed to be talking about the majority, right? The majority of what people are doing, right?
What numbers do you guys got to really combat that?
Oh, I didn't. They want my subject. I'm going by what Space said.
I'm just going off.
You asked the question. You asked the question. What percentage of it is fraud?
Yeah. Because we were talking about.
Are you guys talking about SNAP benefits in general, though, right?
Yeah. And then I was talking about how we're talking about the bottom, the poor people getting over on the government, but we ain't talking about the rich people and the other people that give away and skim on their taxes and stuff like that, too, as well.
There's a lot of fraudulent activity going on. And you know what? Real quick, just to kind of go into something, tax write-offs. Stogie and I were talking about tax write-offs and how much of that could be actually scam. If you look up at tax write-offs is $2.1 trillion. All of that can't be, and I know that's way more than the SNAP benefits. So if you look at tax write-offs, I know a lot of that has to be fraudulent. Nobody even talks about that.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If we're going to talk about what poor people are doing, how poor people are scamming, you got to talk about the rich people, too. That's what I said from the beginning. I didn't say that, Spaces?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant to say. If we're going to do, because that's just like, to me, right? When me and you argue about helping student loans with their student loan debt. But it's okay for them not to help student loans, but it's okay to bail out companies and all this other companies when companies need the government assistance and stuff. I don't think that, no, I'm not with that. If you're going to do one for the other, you got to do both to me. Or don't do nothing at all. I'm cool with you not doing nothing at all, but just don't give one and leave the other people hanging and drying. That's how I look at this for this right here, what you just said too about the SNAP benefits. If we're going to be trying to cut fraud about the SNAP benefits and all this other shit, okay, we need to get them rich motherfuckers who lie and shit on their taxes and do all this tax fraud. And I don't know all the numbers in Pacific. I'm just going off my common sense of how I think about shit. Because people love to get on the poor about what they do because they're poor. But don't nobody say a goddamn thing about rich people getting over on every fucking thing that they do.
I just pulled up the Doge.gov website, and you said that wasn't good enough information.
What?
I pulled up the Doge.gov website, and it was specifying the Department of Defense, Department of Health and Human Services.
No, but I was talking
billions of dollars with that.
Spaces, I ain't gonna go back. I ain't gonna argue with you because I don't want to be like we own two different things and we just arguing all day. I'm just talking about they pick and choose of what fraud that they want to focus in on and all that stuff. That's my main thing is they pick and choose on what fraud they want to focus in on. But they not focused on the fraud and shit that the congressmen do, the governor do, how they just overspend on money. We talk all the time. Me, you, and Jay talk all the time about Brandon Johnson overspending on that bullshit ass haircut that he was doing. Right?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm
you're
talking about you need to go through a fine-tooth comb with all of them because I know all of them do bullshit spending.
That's what I showed you an example of on the Doge.gov website.
What Spaces? I was wrong. You was right. I was wrong. I agree with you. You was right. I was wrong. I'm not sitting up here for the go like, no, it's a waste of time doing all that. But I think we're saying the same thing. But I think you're looking more at the poor, and I want to look more at the rich too. I think that's what we're having a disconnect.
I had a question though, real quick. Like when we talk about SNAP benefits and people who are frauding the system, who else do that benefit? I mean, because it's not cash. And we talk about SNAP benefits, so who else do that benefit?
I don't.
Farmers. It helps farmers. You know, I'm just saying in general, SNAP benefits is food. It's a credit, right? So it's a food. It's a credit. That means in general, if you know you have how much did you say that the people Doge is saying that it's fraudulent or it could save?
When it's like $1,200 per taxpayer?
Yeah, it's like $1,280 right now.
It's like
$1,200 a tax person or taxpayer. That's gonna save us $1,200 a tax person.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. I know some people. Oh, it's loud. My bad. I'm mute.
So let's see here. So just because we mentioned it, oh dang, I can't. Some music on this.
Is music on or what you're trying to look at?
Yeah. Shoot, dang, I wish I could. Because I was speaking of like an example of a person who was abusing the food stamp program. We talked about a lady on here that was getting like $8,000 a month in food stamps.
Yeah.
And the government cracked down, and now she ended up getting like $88. It went from like $8,000 down to $88 a month.
And I'm with you on that. Look, I'm rocking with you. I agree with that. If you're frauding the government for that, but I'm saying don't just look at poor people. I hate when everybody's on the jump on the poor, but don't nobody say shit about the fucking rich, and they just get richer.
Okay, all right. Let me see.
All right. Real quick, you say it's 12. I'm sorry, we keep cutting in and out. You say it's $1,200 a taxpayer.
His audio is breaking up for me.
No, I think he said it was $1,280 per taxpayer, Jay, every day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He just muted himself.
Yeah, I know. I said that shit. It's loud because I got a tractor right there. So.
Hey, this is dope, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit is dope and fly. We need to all be out in the elements doing this shit. Like that shit is fly right there. That's fly as fuck. Now I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be in the elements doing this shit.
Real quick, they went up on the that shit. It's $10 a head now, basically.
What, to get on the tractor?
Yeah, it used to be $3, bro. So they went up.
Hey, boy, that diesel up now.
Hell no, that diesel been the same price, man. That's people price gouging.
Hey, man, them SNAP benefits gotta go, man. He gotta charge more because he ain't getting no more SNAP benefits.
Hey, I wish you could use SNAP out here, boy. Look. I'll find somebody SNAP benefit guy, get you flying, and you know who that's gonna help? All these wonderful farmers out here. Gonna keep them employed because ultimately it's a credit, though, right? SNAP benefits is a credit. So what I'm saying is, you take away the SNAP benefits for even those who do qualify. You take away the SNAP benefits, right? For those who qualify. And what happens is, what's going to happen to your food? Your food, I guarantee they're going to have to pass that cost to somebody. They're going to pass it to the regular consumer, right? People who don't use SNAP like you and I. So I can guarantee you that's going to go up. Farmers are going to have problems producing certain things or whatever. So that's kind of my idea of it. Again, I don't believe people should be frauding, but I think it's other fraud that they definitely could look in. You know, I think they're doing the low-hanging fruit thing and trying to go for the easy thing and, you know, deal with poor people. When honestly, I believe that one of the things that they could be looking into is when I say early write-off, tax write-off. Tax write-off is crazy. It's people that go on excursions and have these big ass, you know, they go out and eat, you know, at steakhouses and shit for a group. You don't need that for a tax write-off. Y'all can have choke sandwiches at the job. So that's my thoughts when we talk about, you know, what people are doing as far as SNAP benefits.
And that, I agree to an extent. The thing about that, though, is that's not exclusive to only rich people.
What?
The tax write-offs, that's not exclusive to only rich people.
When it comes to tax write-offs, it's not exclusive, but the people that benefit the most are rich people. That's the reason why it's there. I rarely know anybody who's doing outside of like maybe some school stuff, you know, you got some kids from school or whatever. But normally people like, let's say for instance, we talk about the people who actually qualify for the SNAP benefit. Do you think a lot of them are doing or utilizing tax write-off?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Y'all go on to the next subject whenever you want.
Yeah, I just think like when it comes to that, and like any one of the three of us could create a business and make the stuff that we do on a regular day basis a tax write-off through the business.
People did that with PPP loans, bro. People created fake businesses and everything for PPP loans. And
yeah, don't do it fraud.
Well, they did. A lot of people did, and most people didn't get caught. So
they extended the statute of limitations for that.
Okay, but I mean, there's millions upon millions. You can literally type in anybody's name and see who did it. It's millions upon millions of people that actually are participants of that. And then not only that, bro. Let's be honest. A lot of that shit was done through companies. You know, they kind of hid behind a company name or whatever. Like we was talking about. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but Loretto Hospital. Hospital. The one guy, you know what I'm saying? He put in for $900 million worth of aid, PPP aid, at Loretto Hospital. Loretto's raggedy as fuck. You don't need, y'all need to be closed down.
Y'all need to close down?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, man. I'm just, I am listening. I'm just trying to.
No, but that's what I'm saying on you. I'm agreeing with you on fraud. Fraud is fraud. We need to get rid of that shit because it's costing us. But I'm just don't like it when we only do it for the poor. We don't want to do it for the rich. We don't want to look at the rich and say you're frauding, you're doing this, you're doing that. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves, man. Fuck, let's go with the big man too. Don't just go for the little guys, the low, like JV, they say, the low hanging fruit. I don't like that.
I think, and I want to clarify that I'm not disagreeing with you.
Uh-huh.
I think the rich people get hit with, like, I don't even know how to phrase it, but get hit with tax evasion claims or like court cases or getting sued or whatever all the time. They just do a better job of keeping it under wraps. Like, instead of it being like a major news story, it's just something that they keep under wraps. And I owe this much, or they may fight against it, but I owe this much, pay it, or whatever the case. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I know for a fact that it's out there, and it's not talked about as much, so people think that it doesn't happen as much. Definitely happens. It definitely happens.
Oh, okay. So we on the same page with a lot of people talk about a lot of things, but it's still happening, right? So do you believe? So what about the celebrities who help out with the homeless?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what I don't know. Anybody can say anything.
But okay,
if I don't see it.
But then what about you don't? Okay, so since we don't see the thing with the rich people and you talking about they hide it, so if we don't see it, we don't see it. We don't know what they don't know. Can we use that same logic?
If you want to.
But you just said, oh, that don't mean because you don't see it, that don't mean that they're going. They just know how to keep it on the wraps.
I see what you're trying to draw equivalencies. I'm not. I even in the past conversation, I said that they can be doing it if they want, again, on both ends. Let the evidence speak for itself.
So we're gonna just go by let the evidence speak for itself. So we ain't see it. That means you probably ain't do this shit.
You people can give you the benefit of the doubt at the very least. That's what I do. I don't know. I could go on the No Key podcast right now on this live stream and say I put 40 hours into charity work last week.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what after that?
You put 40 hours until I prove that you didn't do it. Hey, that's what you told me. That's why I always say that's what they told me. But then again, we had this same conversation too, Spaces, when we were talking about the January 6th looters and Hunter Biden. When I say we saw them going there, so we think that was worse than what we know what Hunter Biden did. But you said Biden did what Biden did, what Hunter Biden did was worse. And you say I can't prove it, but I just know he did something worse. So we can bring up stuff people each other said all day. We contradict ourselves all day. So we don't?
And I think anybody can force a contradiction into someone's rhetoric.
How? No. I'm not forcing anything. We just do it until we think about it. Then it's up to you to go ahead and say, like, yeah, I was tripping on that. But see, but the thing about me is I don't like it when you sit up here and anybody over the world. I'm not talking, we're talking about anybody. Where you stand on something, but then when you're wrong, people don't like to admit, like, I fucked up, I was wrong. That was my bad. We want to keep hanging on that tree, and you know you were wrong. And that's what makes people mad about that, when you're not admitting that you're wrong. That nigga out there picking apples. I'm supposed to be out there too, man. But I couldn't go with my family the other day. We might go next 2 weeks. Though. You ever been to Applebee's?
Maybe once or twice when I was a kid.
Bro, I'm telling you, you should go. If you got a little group of friends or something, to go. I'm telling you, it's a nice little fun time. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
It's a nice little fun time. Huh?
I was going to ask Jay every day, are those apple trees as tall as you?
Yeah, they're way taller than him. They're taller than him.
Taller.
They probably could be about 12 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just one side. They got some more sides.
Yeah.
They got they got like 30 different apples.
Yeah. What apples you at now? What apples them is?
Shit, I don't know, man. Some I'm finna eat for free since they want to be so high. You know what I'm saying? Finna get fraudulent on their ass. What they talking about?
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's fun. Then they got this little maze there too. Which one you at, Jay, every day?
Yeah, they got maze there. This is the Hobart, Indiana one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
County
See, that's the
line.
one I go to too. Hey, you gotta hit the gummy bear factory too on your way home.
Man, if I had time, I would.
Oh, okay. But the gummy bear factory right there off I-30.
Okay.
I mean, Route 30. I said I-30. Route 30. It's right off Route 30.
Y'all behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
In all spaces, I think you would like it too. It's a nice adventure thing. Put on your walking shoes, and some good walking shoes, some clothes that you care about, but you don't care about, because it's a lot dusty and stuff. But it's dope. I'm telling you now, it's really, really dope. People go on like dates and stuff there too. Like you take dates and stuff there too. It's really dope.
Yeah, definitely keep it in mind for sure.
But I think you should go like in the next 2-3 weeks when I'm gonna probably go, because after that, them trees gonna be empty.
Yeah.
So you got a good 2 more weeks to 3 weeks max.
Yeah, 3 weeks is probably even pushing it.
Yeah,
I'll be out here in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks you got to do. Because when the trees all turn all the way fall, it's gonna be a wrap.
I'll keep it in mind for sure.
Yeah.
Then y'all go have some cigars over there at Elements.
Oh, that is true, because it's right coming back too.
Yeah. My bad. I'm eating.
We'll talk after this.
I told you, man. It's a nice little thing. Nice little what you are. And then you got the gummy bear factory. I know how you don't like candy and all that stuff, because you like reading the ingredients and stuff, so you might don't like it. But if you do want eat some ingredients and some gummy bears, they got the I think it's the Albines or some gummy bear factory out there. They got all type of flavors that not in regular stores.
So that was at the Suncrest.
Yeah, Suncrest.
Yeah, we got the Granny Smiths right here.
Yeah, you gotta go hit the Fuji's.
Pixie Chris is all gone.
Yeah, go hit the Fuji's.
I like not John to go. I like Pink Ladies.
Oh, you like Pink Ladies? Pink Ladies is okay. But I like them Fuji's though. Fuji apples be banging. I got spaces on them Fuji apples, ain't it? He bougie with me, ain't you? Yeah, I know. You bougie with me. I know you is. Tell the family we said what's up, man.
The No Key Podcast said what up. We outside.
You got a nice little group with you, I see too.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get into this last subject for the day.
Shit, we on the adventures with Jay Every Day and family.
I know, right?
Yeah, we got the adventures with Jay Every Day and family.
This is the one that seems to make the most sense. All right, so I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a big debacle that happened on Tennessee State University campus. It was two white kids that came on to the campus that were not students there, according to what the administration said. They had a sign that said, like, make DEI illegal and deport all migrants, or deport all immigrants. They set up a table and wanted to have a discussion with people, and the thing went left. This is the main topic for the day. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me pull this up. Oops. All right, here we go. All right.
People come and start to heckle us.
Why even provoke on our campus?
New tonight, chaos here at the Tennessee State University campus after a debate group visits the campus wearing MAGA hats and carrying signs against DEI and illegal immigration.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar joining us from TSU tonight after speaking with both students and that debate group.
Most students I spoke with are calling the conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Cate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk. TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday. What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just, like, insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last 6 stops, our first 6 stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Cate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus. Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely. It's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in Nashville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Great. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about it, but me listening to that, like they talking about, oh, we wasn't peacefully removed. We were moved in a hostile environment. It's like people say a lot of words to make shit seem way worse than what it really is. And they trying to make it seem like they was about to jump them, and they talking about an angry mob and all this other shit. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on. They seen that it was going that way, so they like, you know what? We're gonna cancel this. We're gonna move y'all along. We're gonna let y'all go on about y'all business. We're not gonna let this keep going because we're seeing how this going. And then another thing too, I thought when they go on these campuses, they ask or get permission to go. I don't know how this goes. I don't know how it works, so I'm asking questions.
As far as I know, I don't know either, but I would imagine that they would have to get permission first.
Yeah, see, so they didn't get permission. They just showed up.
JVD, have you heard of this, or are you going?
No, it's my first time. It's my first time. He's trying to go, by the way. Trying to go. But yeah, no, this is my first time hearing about this. It's very interesting. I heard the whole video that you sent. So I guess whatever question you got to follow up with it. Curious.
No, but like I was saying, I don't want to make it seem like a us versus them thing, or I'm with the black collars, and I want to get really to the bottom of like what was the purpose? Was y'all really there to have a conversation, or was y'all really there to like incite some things or something like that? But I think only thing I think was kind of wrong in my opinion, and I heard a lot of people saying this, and I kind of agree with it, is the kids should never react like that. They should have just kept it moving. Let their ass sit there by themselves and keep it moving.
So the way things started was, it did start off as a debate, just a regular debate, and that's what it had on the thumbnail. It was they set it up just like any debate at a college would go. Person sits at a chair behind a table or whatever. They're on a microphone, and they set up a microphone for anybody who has questions or want to talk to the person behind the table, ask them whatever it is, so they can go back and forth. It started that way, and I wish I could find the video of when it was actually. Let me just pull up the. Let's do this. Have my screen right there. You see in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Right there in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was at first. It was just people going back and forth, just having a conversation. And then later on, and I'll play it during this conversation if I find it. One of the girls came up out of the crowd, stole one of their signs. One of the white guys went to grab the sign back. Another dude jumped in front of her and said, "I wish you would. I wish you would." And it just gradually escalated from that. So what they were saying was, according to their story, the guys that brought the table, they were just there to have conversation.
See, and then we talked about this too. Remember, we talked about this on the what was that pod? This maybe a week ago or 2 ago, where we were talking about people not really just want to have conversation and try to teach each other. People want that aha moment. Remember how we were talking about
Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Remember how we were talking about that aha moment instead of us just really having a conversation and trying to teach each other?
My fault. I'm looking for the other angles. My fault. But say that one more time.
I said, do you remember how the 2 pods ago, how we were talking about instead of us like trying to, us as people, and I mean people as everybody, Americans, us as trying to teach each other and being a little patient. You know, people going to be hostile, people going to have emotions and all that, but just trying to teach instead of like having a ha-ha moment or trying to put something on a thumbnail like, oh, I cooked him, or I cooked this, or I cooked that. You feel me? Instead of just trying to have a conversation and actually try to teach each other about, oh, this is not going like this. This is not going like that. Oh, I disagree with this. No, I don't think like that. I wasn't grew up like this. I grew up like, you know, just like trying to teach instead of having that aha moment and really trying to get somebody and trying to embarrass somebody.
Okay, so shout out to, I hear you, and I remember us having that conversation. A lot of people are looking for a aha moment. Actually, I was having a conversation with somebody this week, and they were saying that's how a lot of people debate. When they get into conversations with somebody, they're looking to outsmart or seem smarter than the other person in the conversation. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Let's see. So shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. I guess I could have just went to Twitter, but this is how you see there's no crowd behind them, right? This is how the conversation was happening at first.
Visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
So what part of our systems is for people of color?
All of it. The entire system is for everybody. Anybody who's an American citizen.
So you feel like there's nothing. So you feel like everybody's equal.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's equal in their rights, but not everybody's obviously equal in their, what they have. Like, I grew up in a double wide trailer. He grew up in Boca Raton. So, we didn't grow up equal. We're both white. I mean, he's a Jew, so that's probably why he grew up in Boca Raton. But so we're not equal in what we possess as we start always, but we are equal in what we're allowed to do, our opportunity.
Can I ask you, do you think that there's any law that allows me to do something that you can't do, for example?
I don't think there's any laws that say that you can do something that I can't. But then again, this system can't be ignored. Like, we can't just say it does not exist because there are countless examples of it existing.
Maybe just one example of what you're talking about. So what's wrong with the system that allows, I guess, racism to be systemic or institutionalized?
I mean, I would argue the opposite. Like, again, we have civil rights acts on top of civil rights acts, in addition to the 14th Amendment's equal protection clause. 14th Amendment being written for the sole purpose of expanding and equalizing the rights of white people and black people. Furthermore, the 14th Amendment equal protection clause echoes exactly what the Civil Rights Act says, right? You cannot be discriminated based on your inalienable. I would say that the most recent example of America being great was the first term of Donald Trump. And then we had 4 years of chaos, and then Trump is president again. So this was his campaign ad for his, lead up to his second term.
So this is what caused the situation to escalate. Is what he's about to show now.
Sorry for the noise. It just kind of fast forwarding a little bit. I'm not doing that. It's them doing that. And this is where things begin to fall apart, unfortunately.
Come on, really? Seriously? Yo. Okay. Guys, we're literally just here to have civil discussions. Bring the sign back.
See, look, now I don't want to keep playing this because you can kind of see.
But you see, like, that's what caused the situation to escalate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I start pulling away from not pulling away from the conversation. That's when my thoughts kind of changed about everything, because we saw how they were talking, both people on both ends. They were having a civil conversation, and then one of the girls came and knocked the sign over. Another girl came and stole the sign, and then the dude came and like he tried to get a sign back from the girl that stole the sign, and another dude jumped in front of him, basically threatening them. What you think of that?
That's crazy.
It's not right. It's not right at all. But at the same time, I would expect the police to, if you're sitting there and you see this one thing happen, I bet. Look, man, slow down. Y'all sit down. Y'all calm down. Get them over here. If we're going to have this and we're going to continue this, everybody got to be respectful. And I'm not really talking about them that's over there sitting over there talking, but I'm talking about everybody that's taking these signs and doing these things. If we're going to be doing this and y'all don't want to have no more discussion, we can just end it and escort them off right now. Or they can leave right now. But if y'all want to talk and have talk and try to have discussions, then it's good. But what they did was not right at all. I'm not taking up for that. Because it's just not right. It's not. I can't sit up here and say, no, that's right or anything like that.
Javier, were you able to see the video?
Yeah, I was able to see it. I was able to see it, man. I think, I honestly think that was kind of, when you go to a HBCU, this is kind of what you're looking for. That was kind of the reaction. And then, honestly, these are younger people. But a lot of times, younger people really don't have a really good control of their emotions like that. It's not really to make an excuse, but I think a lot of times you go to certain places, you know what you're going to get. And this is kind of what you was expecting anyway. It's not making an excuse for the kids. It's just, this is what you were expecting.
I can say I'm looking at it from two different lenses. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, yes, I believe, I think the guys that came to the campus had two motives, maybe even three. Somebody could argue three. One was to have a conversation. I believe that because nothing about their actions made me believe that they weren't there to have a good conversation, a calm conversation. Just have potentially productive dialogue. Two, I think they were going there looking for a viral moment. And I think that they knew how tense the climate is with the whole Charlie Kirk thing versus black people. And I was actually listening to to After Hours with Anton, and Slimmy said he doesn't think that this was the time to do that, to go on the campus with tensions, with you could say racial tensions being so high. And I could see that angle. On the flip side, okay, what if this happened? What if they went to this campus a month from now and the same thing ended up happening? Just what if? Just in this purely hypothetical. Like, when is a good time to, after you get permission to be on the campus, of course, unless the campus has some sort of thing where you can be there, have civil discourse for free, and don't need no permissions or whatever. But at what point in time is a good enough time to have these conversations?
But what if it's just don't have a conversation?
But then a lot of people would then be saying, you don't have these conversations in front of you. You don't have these conversations in front of black people. Why didn't they go to no HBCUs? Why aren't they talking to black people?
So what exactly were they? I'm sorry. Well, what exactly were they saying about the HBCUs? Excuse me, DEI to black people at the HBCUs, considering that black people only benefited from DEI only 4%.
That's
what conversation is to be had? Are they schooling black people that DEI is only beneficial to them 4%? Because white women, like everything else, DEI and affirmative action, benefited the most. So I'm trying to figure out what would be the point of having a debate with black students about DEI if it didn't benefit them.
One thing I hear about that is two angles. One, it is to inform a lot of people who might not know that DEI it doesn't really benefit black people nearly as much as it benefits white women.
But they never say that though.
A lot of people are fighting for the DEI.
But they never say that though. It's always when people had a conversation about that, everything I always see is, Oh, that's racist towards us. Like, that's bias towards us. That's racism in itself. DEI is racism in itself towards white people. I hear a lot of people say that and use that angle for that.
I don't understand what you mean.
No, because you were saying that it benefits, like you and Jay every day, both of us, like we all know it benefits mostly white women the most, right?
Right.
But everybody have the conversation like it benefits black people the most. Don't nobody ever say that it don't even really benefit y'all like that. It benefited white women like that. I never hear nobody using that.
I haven't heard these guys say that, but I've heard Charlie Kirk say that multiple times.
I've never heard nobody else said that. Never. I've never heard nobody say that.
Yeah, and that's what the confusion is. That's why I'm confused about it, because take for example, and this, she's not in college right now, but Jasmine Crockett, right? She literally went up, she told a story out of her own mouth and said, I went up to whoever the person was and told him, you need to hire me because I'm black.
She said that verbatim?
Verbatim. She said that out of her own. I'll find a clip after this and I'll send it in the chat, and then I'll insert it when we repost this. Joy Reid said similar thing.
Joy Reid? Who is Joy Reid? I don't know who.
First of all, those women just cut in real quick. Those women are like agents, bro. I don't consider them spokeswomen for Black America. I mean, they be talking good shit sometimes, but yeah, I think they agents, to be honest. Like, I mean, Jasmine, what's her last name?
Crockett.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sullivan. But Jasmine Crockett, like, she should know better. She should know better, knowing that it benefits majority of white women, and then to say, come to a company, be like, you need to hire me because I'm black, a black woman. How the fuck that even makes sense? Huh?
Did you hear her say that?
No, I didn't hear it. I'm just saying. I thought you just said it. So I never heard it, but
my fault. I asked the question wrong. Did you hear her say that too? Is what I meant to say.
Oh, no. But I've definitely heard Joy Reid say some wild shit too in regards to DEI. Definitely heard her say some craziness.
Let's see. Hold on.
See this guy out here? He's recording.
Let's see.
He's getting good footage.
I'll say because you've been
roll that beautiful being footage.
When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, let me tell you something. When I walk in with a level of rapport and understanding, then maybe some of my other colleagues will not. Charlie offered me my job, and I worked my butt off, and I worked really, really hard for all of my clients, not just those that look like me. And that is what it looks like to serve.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's what I mean. That's what I get confused when I hear black people trying to advocate. I hear from the conversation that I see on YouTube, black people advocate for DEI or hire me because I'm black, when that doesn't even really benefit black people. So, but then, yeah. So I don't understand it. But I think the reaction that the students was the way the students were behaving was ridiculous.
Yeah, they provoked them. They got what they provoked them to do. Because everybody know what you was going to probably. You going to a black HBCU, you know what's going to happen.
That sounds terrible for the expectation of the behavior of black people.
What you say? What?
No, I think it's these are teenagers. Well, a lot of young adults. I think if you were to show up in a, say for instance you were black and you were to show up at a sundown time or something like that, you would expect people to react something similar to that. I would think. Right? I mean, I think you came for a reaction. That was the whole point. Like, you came for you know what you're doing. You don't Spaces, you don't think they came for a specific reaction?
Well, that's
I'm
what I
not
was
saying
saying.
they shouldn't act. I'm not saying they should act that way. I'm not. Of course, you should always. You should always be civil, right? But I think they came for a reason to, to act that way. Not for them to act way, but the what's this white group name? What is it? Do they have a name?
Yes, I just saw it.
Hey, I don't want nobody getting misconstrued either. I don't think that they should act that way neither. I don't condone that at all. Like, you still show like you got some class, like Jerry Day always say. You always act like you got some class. Even when motherfuckers trying to provoke you to do whatever they're trying to do, you still act like you got some class.
But you're always going to have some people that is going to jump out the window.
Yeah, for
wherever
sure.
you go, right?
For sure.
So I mean, those bad apples, no pun intended, bad apples, right? Those bad apples don't represent the rest of the university. You know what I mean? So I think they just they could have went to a PWI with that, to be honest.
Well,
Considering that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, they went to more. They went to other. They've been to PWIs.
He said he didn't specify, and I didn't really think to look at that, but he said he had been to 6 other locations before that and didn't have any issues, but he didn't specify if it was PWIs or HBCU.
Yeah, one thing I know about white people, you know what I mean? No general talk. Just sometimes, a lot of times, man, they be lying. If you say what universities that you went to. Shit.
See,
if you've had
what?
Yeah.
Just like I was saying earlier.
What?
Let the evidence speak for itself.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you saying? I don't get what you saying.
Because Jamie, they said let them know. Say what other universities that you've been to. Let the evidence speak for itself. If you've been to 6 other places, what are the names of those places?
Yeah, otherwise you just might be talking. I don't, you know what I mean? What's
they're
something in
talking.
writing? You just might be talking to me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we've been all over the world and we never had no issue. How I know? I'm supposed to know that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I missed whatever reference y'all talking about in regards to something. But
I guess he's making a correlation because we're talking about people helping the homeless, and I was like, I don't give a damn if I don't. To me personally, he was saying you can't just tell me you helping the homeless and you helping people, and I don't know what specifically you did because you didn't say nothing about it. But I was like, some people don't care to say. If you helping the homeless, what you help the homeless. Like, people help people all the time, but just don't say nothing about it. I'm one of those people. I'll help somebody all the time, but I'm not for to sit up here and brag and boast about what I did or what I helped somebody.
I'm sorry.
This is their website.
Yeah, this is the spot right here. You were right. Yeah.
I guess I could try to find them on Instagram.
What are they called? Free what?
Fearless Debates.
Fearless Debates.
You'll probably find it on, I guess they don't, or maybe I don't know where to find it on their website.
Are they a left wing? Are they a right wing? Left wing? Like what kind of group are they?
They're MAGA.
Probably
They're MAGA. And MAGA wants to go to an HBCU to debate.
Dang, maybe if I pull up their Instagram.
And to me, it'd be even more legit if you hear like, I know they say, well, it's a public university and all that. Come on, man, let's get some clearance. Now, if you got some clearance, now I know that you're serious.
Did we say that those places?
Yeah.
If you didn't get clearance, then to me you're not serious. You're just there to incite. And I get it, the freedom of speech, absolutely. Right, but what comes with freedom of speech sometimes is people's overreaction, not controlling their emotions. So that's how I look at it.
So this is their website. I scrolled down a little bit to see how recent it is. They have 104 posts. And this stuff is probably
what
this
they
stuff.
say, Black Lives Matter was a what? What they say?
This right here?
Yeah, what does that say? Oh shit!
I don't know who Irina is or what that story is. But let's see. Oh, let me make it. There you go. So this is more from that same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation.
And too, I don't like it too, because some people talk with passion and all that, and then they think the person that's the calmest is the rightest. That don't. You can be calm and wrong as fuck. And just because another person speak with passion, that don't mean that they're wrong.
Yeah, so I don't think they specify. The Fearless Debate Tour was a massive success today. Oh, on to next university. There was made such a good job with Charlie Kirk. I'm very proud of you. Love how respectful the conversation was between both parties. Way to go, guys. I'm trying to see if they say where these guys were. I got pregnant 15 years old, blah, blah, blah. I hid it for 8 months. In the meantime, I hired some lawyers in California away from North Carolina. Yeah, they don't. But yeah, I don't know how long the tour was or how many different campuses they went to, but clearly this is other places.
What that say? What they talking about right there? Play that one.
Because he has that hat on his head.
Okay, so automatically anybody that has a hat on is racist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
One second.
Continue. Let's go.
What do you think that makes people do that completely hate racists? What does that do when you constantly label me 8 years in a row, every day a racist? What is somebody that completely hates racists, and I hate racists, what are they going to do to me? What is a crazy lunatic going to do?
Imagine what racist. I know exactly what you want, but what is it?
You tell me. If you constantly label me without knowing me, just because I have a hat on, a racist for 8 years, every single day. Making my point. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Black kids.
Say what?
It was there was black kids in the video. He was talking. He wasn't talking to. Well, there might have been white people in the crowd. So I'm just saying, like, the only thing I think that they might have had the ulterior motive. I think the only thing that they did wrong was go to the university without permission. According to based off of what you saw, the reaction was the administration sent out that message that said they handled this situation. The students handled this situation civilly. Did you see that part?
Yeah, I think they did.
Huh?
I think they did.
I'm sorry, my audio's messing up.
I think they did.
You think they handled it civilly?
Yeah, I think what the administration put out there, I think they did.
You think they did?
Yeah, ain't that's what everybody lie all the time, right? Police handle every situation like they should. So that's what the university did. The university and the students handled that shit just exactly how it did. They was civil and everything.
But all the stream, you were saying that people lie all the time.
No, they weren't lying though.
Well, we know to believe the opposite, right?
You gotta believe. You believe whatever fuck you want to believe. I don't care what you believe. I'm telling you that I believe what the administration said. The administration said that they handle themselves civilly, just like everybody believed what the cops said. I'm believing what they said.
Now you're just being disingenuous, bro. You know that they didn't handle that civilly. A lot of cops don't saving face, and those students did not handle that in an amicable way.
A lot of cops don't handle it civilly neither, but everybody say they handle it right though, right? So why can't I be like them?
Why are you trying to be like them? Why don't you be like
yourself?
Because
I'm gonna be just like everybody else be. I'm gonna get the same energy you give.
Then you're being like other people, not you.
Okay, then so what? Everybody else be disingenuous. Nobody want to have a real conversation no more. Everybody want to go and talk about, oh, they did this right, they did that right. When you look at the facts of everything, but everybody still be up here lying. So you let's be like everybody, be like the same thing. Well, I don't see what the problem is.
No,
yeah, I think real quick, I just think that the MAGA people showing up was being disingenuous itself. was being disingenuous. You weren't there again to have a civil conversation. You expected to have some type of, combativeness, and that's what you got. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got what you expected. Hopefully, you got the footage or whatever it is that you was looking for. That's why. I mean, you guys wouldn't agree that that's what they were there for.
They were there for a moment. They were there for a clip and some clips and stuff. They were there for the aha moment, like we talked about. Me and Spaces can agree on that, can we? They were there for that moment.
Yeah, I think
if you got something on the extreme, right? On the extreme. Not like so both okay, the HBCU people, I would assume a lot of them are super left leaning. And then you have the MAGA people who are super right leaning. There's no debating to get any side to really see what the other side is even talking about. Nobody's really looking at
that. If we didn't have evidence of these guys going to other universities like we just did, going through their Instagram and them having different conversations with different people, then I would agree. But I don't think people are used to having.
So they did go to other HBCUs. I know I said other campuses, but they did go to other HBCUs.
Well, they didn't specify. They didn't specify. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't type that. Because I think you dropped down at that point, JVD, but we went through their Instagram and showed them having these same conversations, well, similar conversations with other people in different locations.
And did they go about, like, if they went to other colleges, other universities, did they get the proper permits? Is that something that they also did? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't deny that.
So
like
at the HBCU, we just gonna show up because you can, and then at the PWIs or whatever, like we're gonna go through the proper channels to get the proper stuff and do what we need to do. Had a police presence there, because I'm pretty sure if you would have probably went to TSU or TCU, TSU, I think, Tennessee State, right?
Yeah.
If you would have said, well, you guys need proper, and that's another thing, you get permits, you have to get, when you get the permit or whatever to be out there, and probably make sure that you have proper security. So to me, just because you can do something, it's not wise to do something. So MAGA in general, to me, is trying to start something, especially if you don't get the proper permit.
That's
just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to convince anybody. That's just what I think. Like, you got to be careful on who you offend. And if I know that I'm going over here to offend people that think DI, it's unfortunate that they think DEI was for them, because they do. But I'm going over here to offend these people, then you kind of got to know what comes with it.
Why can't people just have a conversation though?
I think people can. I think people can. People can have conversations, but everybody's not looking for a conversation either.
But
some people are looking for confrontation.
But that's the you talking about why can't we just have a conversation? Why can't we all just get along too though?
That's according to their Instagram. That's what Phil's Debates was trying to do. They're just trying to be chill and have a conversation.
So after, I guess maybe, and I said this last time on the other podcast, or podcasts previous ago, is, okay, after we have this conversation, what are we doing? Are we trying to sway anybody? Are we both trying to, what are we doing? After you guys, just show up here, what are we doing? After we have this conversation.
I don't know what their particular. I don't know enough about them to know what their particular angle was, what the particular goal was. But if it's anything like Charlie Clerk's, is to pass ideas off each other and maybe change each other's mind about certain things.
Man, that's not gonna happen, Spaces. Come on now. Now you talking about me being disingenuous.
I'm just speaking.
That's not what's gonna happen. It's not what's gonna happen. That's not what's gonna happen. Come on. It has happened because
a lot of people were on YouTube, on TikTok talking about I'm leaving the left. It does change people's mind. A lot of people said Charlie Kirk helped me realize that I was under a terrible delusion while following the Democratic Party. It does change.
So it took for him to get killed for people to do that?
No, they were saying that before he died, but they were coming out in droves when he died.
For a person I don't see how the hell you gonna do that. I don't see how you're gonna do that for a person that lied a lot. That's crazy.
He was a martyr.
No, but I don't see how you can tell people to help people change their mind and go from one side to the other when you lie a lot.
Y'all ready to walk down this way? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't get that. I don't understand that one. I don't kind of believe that one.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What kind of
So this is a guy.
That's y'all kid.
That's crazy that you think that, Mal. That's a testament to that you think ain't nobody mind gonna change. That's terrible.
No. I said that too as well. But I do think people mind can change. Like, so go ahead and stop that. But for a person that lied a lot, that's what I'm crazy about. How is somebody that lied a lot change their mind?
So yeah, this is somebody that I follow. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it. I'm trying to get a actually, you know what? I'll just play it. It's only like 3 minutes long. I'll put some beat on it. So this is somebody I follow, and so this is a guy that went to Turning Point USA, and he was a part of. I think it's a part of, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Black Exit, and it's the vision of Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, to where Charlie Kirk was specifically.
Get you some more apples. Fill that bag up.
Hey, mute your mic, Josh. Me and Mama every day.
He specifically focused on talking to Black people.
8 Black Republicans.
To go in the East Room, which is sacred, have a staged rally. Notice that all of those youngsters had caps on. It was almost like we're going to dress you for the photo. And to call it a Young Black Leaders Summit.
This is where it all started. This right here, this is when I thought to myself, I said, oh, this is fake news. Like, oh, now I see what Trump was talking about when he's talking about fake news. He's talking about me. He's talking about the time where I first met Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. I got invited out to the Young Black Leadership Summit in the White House.
Let me slow that down. Hold on. Young Black Leadership Summit is what he just said.
8 Black Republicans. 8 Black Republicans. When I thought to myself, I said, oh, this is fake news. Like, oh, now I see what Trump was talking about when he's talking about fake news. He's talking about me. He's talking about the time where I first met Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. I got invited out to the Young Black Leadership Summit.
Black people.
In the White House, filled with 400 young Black people, right? And it was a hood event. It was hood. Like, people had on their do-rags and their bonnets the whole night. I went to
I don't even want to listen to them.
Black leaders, like entrepreneurs.
Because ain't nobody having no hoods and no bonnets, bro. Come on, man.
This nigga
No, he said they had on hoods and bonnets.
He said that's a hood event.
So what do you want? You want me to? I'll DM him and see if I can get him a picture.
He say people had on hoods and bonnets.
So if I show you, if I get in contact with him and he shows me, then what?
How we know that was the thing, the event where he was at though?
It's a video. He'll show the video.
So why he didn't show right there where people had on hoods and bonnets?
Because he said he has what? Hold on. Why are you focusing on that?
Because that shit just blew me.
Yeah, I felt like that was unnecessary.
Thank you. He don't see nothing wrong with that though.
Shit like
I'm not focusing
like
on that.
Weird.
I don't care about that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah.
Dude. But I don't know, man. I don't think at this point with a lot of people anything will be good enough. I think to bring this full circle, I think that situation was absolutely ridiculous. And I think if things were in reverse, everybody would be saying the opposite of what they're saying now.
What are you talking about?
Like if it was some black kids, 2 black kids that went to a PWI, have a conversation, and then all of the white kids start chasing them off the campus and all this. Everybody be like, "Oh, there's racist. That's racist. They should be able to
chase them off the campus though. They escorted them off.
They just trying to have a civil conversation. They ain't come violent.
Did they chase them off?
I was just gonna say that they did not chase them off.
What?
They got escorted off. Dog, do you know what the definition of chased off is?
You took that seriously. I used that word loosely. Okay, they got it. Ended up the controversy that they created. The kids, the students at the school created the controversy that caused them to have to be escorted off. What are you talking about?
But
Why
you
couldn't they
said
have a conversation?
You said chased off, brother. You said chased off.
Escorted off. Regardless, they had to leave after coming to the campus.
You said chased.
Conversation.
Yeah, chase does sound like somebody was literally behind you, bro. Like,
let's
escort is a different word. You do know that, and you intelligent enough to know that. Come on, Spaces. You very intelligent. Come on.
Let's say escorted off. They had to be escorted off because of the behavior of the students at the school.
Better than being chased off.
What do you think they're supposed to? Okay. You think
really, again, they should have had security. You know, again, you're gonna present an idea that's that far to the right compared to the ideas of everybody at their university. Like, to me, come prepared. I don't see what's the problem with coming prepared. And I've seen something like similar to this, kind of on the reverse, where you had a group going to the I guess it was the most racist town in Texas. You guys can look it up. I didn't particularly care for that. I did not particularly leave those white folks alone. If some shit pop off, right? That's on you. Everybody's doing this for clicks and giggles and views. If somebody gets shot, it's a problem. Right? So I don't care who it is, left or right. Stop that stupid shit. It's stupid to me. And you're doing this for clout.
I'm 100% agreeing with you. Everybody do not have to talk, and everybody do not have to get along. That's the thing where we getting this all mixed up. Where we thinking everybody got to get along. Everybody is not though. We can have civil conversations, but some people can't. And I'm not sitting up here championing what they did. That what the black kids did when they started acting all crazy and all that shit. That's not cool. That's not cause for. We're not inciting that. We're not saying that was cool. Don't sit up here and saying we going for the ignorant dumb shit. But I am saying we at the time now where everybody want to be like, oh, we need to get along. We need to all. No, the fuck we don't not. As long as we're not trying to hurt each other, it shouldn't be a problem. As long as we're not hurting each other, that's all I care about. Like you say, any death is a wrongful death. Anyone, it don't matter what it is. I don't care about that. But for this point to be like, we got to be all kumbaya, we all got to get along. No, the fuck we don't. We don't have to. As long as we respect each other and we're not trying to harm each other, we cool. That's what I think. That's just my opinion.
Oh shoot, hold on. So yeah, man. That's all we 30 minutes over today. You guys got anything for the message every day? You want to give a message about going to the
apple orchards? No. Okay. I didn't have a mess. I guess I had a question.
You had a question?
But maybe I'll save it for next week. Ma, you go here with your message.
All right, man. For the message today, I get out of this right here. And I know how a lot of people always want, because just what I just said at the end, we want everybody to get along. Black, white, Hispanic, Arab, orange, whatever fuck color you is. You don't have to get along with somebody just to respect them and respect what they got doing over there. Just let them folks be. Don't try to destroy what they got. Don't try to harm them. Don't try to hurt them. I'm all for peace on that level. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all done heard me, how I talked on here and all that stuff, but I'm not a violent person. I don't want to do no violence and no harm to nobody who ain't trying to harm or do no violence to me. And I think all human beings and all men are like that. I respect everybody no matter what. Even if you don't respect what I'm not going to say you don't respect what I got on, but just as long as you ain't trying to harm me. And I think that's what we need to get from all this. We don't have to go up and talk to everybody and have a conversation with everybody and expect everybody going to come to your cookout, your dinner, your Thanksgiving, and all that stuff. Everybody's not going to come to that stuff. Everybody's not invited neither. As long as you're not trying to harm other people, as long as you're not trying to, do no harm to them or destroy what they got going on because they got going on, go work hard too so you can get the same things that they got and don't try to harm what they got going on. And if you seem that somebody don't want to talk to you about anything or anything like that, you don't have to have a conversation with them. You don't have to debate with everybody. That's what I'm trying to get from this too. We don't have to debate everything. If you believe what you believe, as long as you ain't trying to hurt me, cool. That's all right. It's cool. Because we all grew up in all different walks of life. We all have different perspective of everything that goes on. Because I can see something, Jeffrey Day can get a totally thing, and Spaces can get a totally thing of what he saw too. It doesn't matter. But all I'm saying is with this whole mess, what I just said, what we've had all these arguments on here today, just respect everybody enough to keep it going. You don't have to get along with everybody. We don't have to talk. We don't have to do anything as long as you ain't trying to harm me. That's all I ask.
Big shouts out to Will Hill. The homie had a full month of comedy shows. I gotta make sure I catch one of the shows soon. I'm gonna hit him up after this. But this has been another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I've been your man, Spaces.
Every day.
At the Apple Orchard. Hey, now I go by your boy Maul, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Meeting adjourned. Salute.
Salute.